Good morning all. Today we are going to deal a small topic from the lesson the Earth's crust. The Earth's crust is divided into three main layers: the crust, mantle and core. The topic we are going to deal with is the crust. The crust is the uppermost layer of the earth, and the thickness of the earth's crust is about 70 kilometers. So this crust is again divided into oceanic crust and continental crust. This crust is divided into oceanic crust and continental crust. So this layer or coating of the earth is the crust. So the thickness of the oceanic crust and continental crust, whereas the composition of the continental and oceanic crust also differ, right? The thickness of the oceanic crust is about 5 to 10 kilometers, whereas the thickness of the continental crust is much more. It is about 20 to 70 kilometers thick, right? And this oceanic crust is made up of seema, and continental crust is made up of seal. Seal and seema. Seal refers to silicon, aluminium, and seema refers to silicon and magnesium. Since aluminium is lighter than magnesium, continental crust keeps on floating on the oceanic crust. Continental crust always is floating on the oceanic crust. So this theory of floating of the continental crust over the oceanic crust is known as Wegener's continental drift theory. Wegener's continental drift theory. So drifting means moving. Since continents keep on move from one place to the other over the oceans, continents keep on moving on the oceans from one place to the other. This movement of the continents is known as Wegener's continental drift theory. There is a difference in the densities of seal and seema. That means oceanic crust and continental crust. Reason is there is a difference in the densities of aluminium and magnesium. Aluminium is comparatively a lighter metal. So densities of aluminium and magnesium differ. So the density of continental crust is 2.7 gram per centimeter cube, whereas density of oceanic crust is 3 to 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. Density of continental crust is 2.5 to 2.7 gram per centimeter cube, whereas oceanic crust is 3 to 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. The topmost part of the lithosphere is the crust. Now let's discuss a small part about the lithosphere also. Lith means rock. Lith means rock. So The part of the Earth's crust which is made up of rocks is known as lithosphere. The part of Earth's crust which is made up of rocks, the part of Earth which is made up of rocks, a layer of Earth's crust which is made up of rocks is known as Earth's lithosphere. So what is this lithosphere? Why is this lithosphere mainly for? Means because of this lithosphere only. Because of this lithosphere only, we have something like plate tectonics. Plate tectonics. So the rocks keep on moving from place to place. The rocks keep on moving from place to place, because of which we have so many activities like volcanic activity, earthquake activity, so mountain building activity. All these activities keep on taking place. All geological activities keep on taking place, right? So all these activities are because of this tectonic movements which are happening inside the earth, right? So lithosphere, inside are tectonic plates. Movement of tectonic plates are happening for geological events. Geological events are nothing but movement of earthquakes, volcanic activity, mountain building activity, etc. The oceanic crust is comparatively thin and is made up of rocks like basalt. And the continental crust is comparatively thicker. The continental crust is comparatively thicker and is made up of granitic rocks. Granitic rocks, granite. Most tectonic activity takes place along the boundaries of the tectonic plates. Along the boundaries of the tectonic plates. So normally on the boundaries only we find most of the tectonic activity happening. So when the huge plates interact, so these huge plates will be interacting with each other, and this will be causing geological events. So when the huge plates come one upon the other, it may be causing a mountain building activity, or when they are folding or faulting, it may be happening like a rift valley is happening, or again a mountain is happening, right? So this kind of geological or volcanic activity or earthquake activity is happening. So this kind of geological events are happening during this interaction of tectonic slabs or tectonic activity when it is happening. Okay. So majorly around the world there are 15 major tectonic slabs. Lithosphere, in the lithosphere there are 15 major slabs, tectonic plates, right? The Indian plate is also one major plate. Okay, because of the collision of the Indian and European plate only the Himalayas have happened.